Hello everyone and welcome to my list of best farming games. Let's start with Farmer's Dynasty. Here you will enjoy a unique mix of farming, constructing and life simulation that takes you to the countryside and holds plenty of challenging gameplay in stock. You will repair and renovate your farm, fix roofs, stables and sheds, decorate interiors of your house and interact with the extensive open world. Take control of agricultural machinery and tractors. Old or new, it's up to you and your farming and economic skills, whether you have old and rusty or super modern equipment controlled by satellites to work your fields and earn your daily meal with. Game is proud owner of very positive reviews on Steam. Here are various cons and pros mentioned about the game. In example, everyone is happy about the quality of the gameplay, but tend to mention that AI is dumb and characters are looking like they are made out of wax. Well, to be fair, that's not the worst material they can be made of. Also, the process of getting the field ready is a long one, much like in a real life where you break your back to make a living from the land and raise your ungrateful family. Harvest Moon, Light of Hope. Looking for a fresh start and some new surroundings, you set off on a voyage to begin your new life. Unfortunately, the weather had different plans. As your ship is hit by a storm and sinks down, you drift into a small harbor town, now in shambles from the hurricane, where a young doctor named Jian saves your life. The town has been deserted, but you are never one to back down from a challenge. It will be up to you to help rebuild the town and save the lighthouse, but it won't be easy. With some hard work growing crops, tending livestock and gathering materials for repairs, you will be able to make new friends and even start a family. Although game has very positive reviews on Steam, there are fair share of negative ones, stating that conversations are boring and controls are clumsy. There are a lot of hate in general by the community of Harvest Moon fans because the game is different than the classic games they grew up with. People do not like change, and that is okay. But if you are not one of them, keep in mind that positive comments say that this game helps to cope with anxiety, OCD, and calms people in general. It is a feel-good, interactive, relaxing game with a cool storyline. Pure Farming 2018. Use the latest technology and state-of-the-art licensed machines to manage all aspects of modern farming. Travel between Europe, Asia and both Americas to plant region-specific crops such as hemp, coffee beans and olives. Try your hand at almost every imaginable aspect of modern farming. Take care of animals, orchards, greenhouses, field cultivation, green energy and even more. Drive recreated farming vehicles from such industry leaders as Zetor, Landini, McCormick, DAF, Mitsubishi, and many more. As developers say, they are reproduced down to the smallest detail, including their weight and physics. The machines offer a realistic experience of running a modern farm. As you can see, this game has very sexy review score on Metacritic. People are talking that this title is great substitute for those who are tired of farming simulator games and want to play something new for a while. But keep in mind that developers of Pure Farming abandoned updating process more than a year ago. So if you encounter some bugs or crashes, know that they are here forever, like diamonds. My time at Portia. You arrive in a strange new town named Portia to inherit your father's old building workshop and spend your time restoring it to its former glory. That of course means that you end up helping out the good townsfolk of Portia by building everything from water wheels to printing presses. People are talking that this game is huge in terms of stuff it can offer. I have found comments stating that even after 200 hours of playtime, there is still more to see and explore. And most exciting thing for many players is that here you can actually go to dungeon instances and fight. Battles are fun and enemies are funny. If you are in doubt about the game, you can always try free demo version on Steam. Farm Together. This is a game where you feel energetic workaholic all the time. Yes, here you don't have to sleep and can farm all day and night long. And that is correct. Who can sleep when you have so much work to do? Pick up fruits of your hard work, water your beautiful plants, and feed your delicious animals. And you know what? Inventory has no limitations here, meaning that you can have everything in your black hole pocket. But to be fair, this game is a clicker, where you just click on things non-stop. I know that many people like that, but if you want more exploration, then think twice before you buy. Also, if you're planning to play multiplayer with your friend or sibling, keep in mind that there isn't much to do at the beginning of the game. You will chew through all the money within a couple of minutes, and then you'll have to wait for several hours before you can replenish your funds. Well, of course, that depends on what you decide to plant. Anyway, content is scarce, so you'll have to compensate the gameplay with wonderful conversations between yourselves. But once you unlock the eggplant, the economy is pretty much broken. You can double your money every day and expand your farm like a boss. Farming Simulator franchise. Most famous of them all. Is it the best? I don't know, probably yes. Latest entry marked with the number 19 offers a complete overhaul of the graphics engine, immersive visuals, along with a deep and complete farming experience. 19 has the franchise's most extensive vehicle roster. You will take control of machines and vehicles recreated from all the leading brands in the industry. Also, here you will find new American and European environments in which you can develop and expand your farm and take action in many exciting new farming activities, including new machinery and crops with cotton and oat. Tend to your livestock of pigs, cows, sheep and chickens, or ride your horses for the first time, letting you explore in a brand new way the vast land around your farm. Also, if you are more a fan of managing and not doing everything by yourself, keep in mind that with mods this game can become a farm manager game, as you send workers out to plow, cultivate, harvest, transport crops and so on. Also, speaking about mods, there are plenty of new material available. You can get more lands, new vehicles, or even base on the moon. Game is very relaxing, especially good for those who have serious stressful jobs and just want to forget everything after a hard day. Doraemon: Story of Seasons. Story of Seasons is a Japanese farming simulation series lasting over 20 years. Here you can create bonds with the town residents, and while doing so you will enjoy the heartwarming interactions through each character and the part they play in the story. Building a farm, raising horses and cattle, like in other games, isn't the only thing you do. Explore the town of Natura, go on adventures, catch bugs and much more. But if you ask me, I would definitely say that this game is overpriced. 40 euros for this title feels a bit like a money grab. Also, achievements here feel more like underachievements. They are so easy to get, it doesn't bring any joy of accomplishment. Anyway, game is proud owner of very positive reviews on Steam, so it's a huge possibility that you will also like it. Just wait for a sale or something. Farm Manager 2020. Game is not released yet at the moment of creating this video. You can enjoy this title from September 17th, but the previous version had quite an impact in the community, dividing the people into camps. There are those who say that this is the best farm management game ever, and there are those who despise it because of bugs, or in example, loading times that take forever. Anyway, 2020's version will offer quite the same experience as in previous games, just let us hope that it will be with less bugs and problems overall. Here you will have to ensure the right level of harvest, employees' satisfaction, animals' health, equipment efficiency and proper crops processing. You can also buy new area and use materials from abandoned buildings to expand your farm. Cattle and crops. Game is in early access from 2017. Here you can control the vehicles yourself and experience realistic driving or leave the work for your employees. Lean back and enjoy the field ballet. In Cattle and Crops you will find highly detailed machinery, realistic harvesting methods, original sounds and an authentic vehicle physics system. You will hire employees to cultivate your fields or to assist you when you are harvesting. You can delegate tasks with your calendar and watch work workers do their job. Game provides a complex employee system where the workers take care not to damage the harvest, but like in a real life, you can never be sure that everything will be okay. And speaking about things not okay, games tend to crash and ruin your gameplay too often. Also, people are complaining about Wario's bugs, but hey, it is an early access game, you can't really complain about it being buggy or incomplete. By buying it, you do that on your own risk. Instead, put it into your wishlist and wait for full release, it won't go anywhere. Fantasy Farming Orange Season. This game is also in early access from 2017, but you can download a free demo if you want to try it. This is a farm life RPG focused on exploration and different gameplay mechanics. It's a game you can play for hundreds of hours and you'll always find something new to discover. Here you can raise your animals, plant crops and cultivate your farm. Also in a spare time you can visit town festivals, make friends or even tame wild animals and bring them to your farm. Game is also very friendly to mods. You can download and install them with ease. Game has very positive reviews on Steam. People are talking that this is an amazing game with awesome character interactions. Every character has a different storyline to follow and their comments change almost every day, which keeps things really interesting. Also, I saw that developers are reacting to negative reviews on Steam, fixing all that's wrong. It's a very nice approach, meaning that they care about their game and if you stumble on major bug or something, you'll get help. Staxel. This is not a Minecraft. I know that true fans could tell that from the first second, but if you were wondering what this game is doing in this list of farming games, I should say that this is a creative farming and village life game with a cast of quirky characters. Build your farmhouse, help villagers, take to the wilds to fish or hunt for bugs, and grow variety of crops in your backyard. If you're feeling social, you can even invite your friends over to share the fun. And actually playing with friends here can be the most fun. It can offer way more than Stardew Valley or let's say Animal Crossing games, although character customization is somewhat limited and questing in multiplayer also has its downsides. An example, when you have to wait for a character to reappear after being used by one of your friends. That is time consuming and a bit annoying, but in general this is an amazing Minecraft looking but more farming oriented game. Verdant Skies. Lose yourself in the loving hand-painted alien world of Viridis Primus, ensure the success of the colony as you make friends or get into romantic relationships with a diverse cast of characters. Demonstrate your mastery of farming system by creating the perfect crop hybrid using the genetic splicing machine, or spend your days painting and making pottery. It's up to you. The possibilities here are almost endless. The characters here are so vibrant and unique, you will end up falling in love with all of them. The farming can get a bit repetitive, but the characters really bring this game to the life and make you want to keep going on and on. Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. Your farming life begins in Mineral Town, a charming village, not a town, surrounded by nature. You've returned after many years to restore your late grandfather's farm to its former glory. Oh, come on. Every game has the same story. It's like copy-paste in every single farming life simulation game. Can't you just decide to buy a farm and build it from scratch? It's not that different, but it's not a copy-paste at least. Ah, whatever. Here you will care for crops, livestock, fruits, vegetables, and so on. Raise them with love and care, and you'll have plenty of products to harvest, sell, or cook with. Release date is July 14, so this title is quite expensive, at least for now. It costs 50 euros on Steam. It is fair to say that it is overpriced, but Story of Seasons has a lot of fans that will pay any money to play the newest installment, so the publishers are just plain milking them. You know, it's the same farming. You plant the game, you harvest the money. Easy. Aquaculture Land. At last, something different. You have never inherited your grandfather's farm here, you don't have to rebuild it, you don't even have to grow crops. Here you have fish, dig out your pond, add equipment such as aerator, purifier and generator, and start breeding your fish. And not only fish but also various crustaceans, mollusks and other delicious swimming creatures. And of course you have to take good care not only for your water animals but also of your employees and workers. Anyway, this looks like a different game in the sea of
Pun intended.
similar games. The game is in early access, but it's also cheap, definitely not a money grab, and very positive reviews are confirming that statement. Game lacks many features, but developers are planning to introduce town and other cool things in the future. Also, they are responding to reviews on Steam, and that shows that they are really serious about their game. I recommend you to put it in your wishlist and wait for full release. It will probably be a great game. Stardew Valley. The makers of Stardew Valley were inspired to recreate the look and feel of that original game called Harvest Moon. Here you can create your own character, build the farm of your dreams, become a master rancher, socialize with other characters, and explore the world around you. You can have a husband or wife, and up to 2 children, also a cat or a dog, and a lot of vegetables that you can harvest and sell, although this is more of an RPG than a simulation. But Stardew Valley is definitely one of the best examples of relaxing games. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews. I had to scroll down 5 minutes to find first negative one, and if you look closely, you will see that this user spent almost 400 hours in game before realizing that maybe this game is not very interesting. People, you surprise me every day. And that's it. Don't hesitate to subscribe for more lively lists of amazing games. I always select the games by myself, so in my channel you may truly find something you have never heard about. Thank you for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!